such a privilege to have you on Richard Mwanja Exclusive. We're always honored anytime you're here with us as a channel, and we really give you thanks for your effort and time. Prof is here with me to have a conversation around politics, governance, economic matters. Prof, how are you doing today?
Wonderful.
You fantastic?
Fantastic. Thank God all the time.
All right, indeed.
Never taking anything for granted. Not even 1 minute of existence.
You don't trust in your own strength.
No.
It comes from above.
From above.
All right, Prof. You've always been passionate about Kenyans going to public service for the right reasons. And some of them have really heeded to your call. Case in point, Bwana Andrew Rotich. This is the whistleblower on the SHA fraud. But as we having this conversation, his job is on the line, all thanks to his revelations about the fraud within SHA. And Prof, let's have a conversation around the whistleblowing culture in Kenya. So far, the president during the United Nations General Assembly the other day in New York talks about purpose and integrity in public service. But here comes a whistleblower whose job is on the line. As a country, what do you think we've done with this whistleblowing culture? Have we appreciated it enough?
Of course, those who mess things, those who mess the country can never be happy. And to the extent that they have the power, then they will step on those who stand up for what is right. Because they are always in the minority. You remember the most famous whistleblower, he died miserably after going through a lot of stress. So it's normal.
It is normal.
But I want to tell such a people, take heart in the knowledge that we live beyond the physical body.
Really?
Yeah. There must be a purpose in life. If you stand for what is right, don't expect people to clap for you. The good things we enjoy in this world, in all sectors, people fought for them, and those people paid for it. During our days in school, we improved our diet because people risked. They were expelled from school, they were suspended, they were canned, they were punished for fighting for good food, for good things. Ultimately, we will get those things. So anybody who is a whistleblower, take heart in the knowledge that good will always prevail over evil. It does not matter how long. It does not matter how painful it is. And it's never easy. It's never easy. And for the general public, everything is in your hands. The sort of life you want to live, the sort of country you want to live in, the sort of life you want for your children, in your hands today. You know, governments were oppressive because they were hoarding information. The main reasons why governments existed as tyrants, the main reason why they were oppressive and they succeeded was they had the sole monopoly, the monopoly of knowledge and of information rather. Today, information is everywhere. So if you want, with all this, the power of government has gone. The power of government was in having information to itself only. But now information is where you are. Where you are seated, you have information. If you don't want to change your country for your own good and for your children and your grandchildren, then you are just an idiot.
Just an idiot?
So I expect change to come through active citizens who will not keep quiet when they see something wrong. And allow me to give this example.
Sure.
And I've given it before, I think, perhaps more than once. There is a major company. Do I call it a factory or a company or an industry? Producing some product. This product is used in construction. People, big boys, working with top management of the company, were getting free products from that company. And these products were passing through the weighbridge. The people processing these products to go free are ordinary men and women, small people, clerks, what have you, you know. On the weighbridge, because when you are buying these products, you go in, your vehicle is weighed. It comes out, it is weighed. So they can look at the papers you have. Can they tell the same story with the weighbridge? So lori inaingia inapimwa, ikitoka inapimwa, wanaangalia hiyo vitu umechukua, tusiseme ni kitu gani. The people at the weighbridge, at the gate, and in the stores, everywhere, there's a whole process. Know very well, these products are getting out for free. Not one day, not 1 week, not a month, not a year. And they keep quiet. As you would expect, the company collapsed.
Just like that?
And a lot of things, it was not just a simple collapse. There is a big story behind it, and many bad things have happened. Guess who suffered most? Who is suffering most, or who suffered most? Is it those big boys?
The man down there.
The small people. They lost their jobs, they lost their investment because some of their debts had been converted into some parcels of land. Mm-hmm. So, you know, that is what I'm saying. If you see evil and you keep quiet, it will eat you and your children.
Albeit silently?
Yes. If you see evil, speak out. Today it's so easy. Mm-hmm. A picture of a voucher sent to people like Nyakundi.
Nelson Amenya, you know.
Yeah. Just take a picture of a voucher passing near you. The big names mentioned. The obvious corruption being seen passing through your desk. In the system, screenshot. That will save your company and your job and the country in the future. So Kenyans must stand up against evil.
That is their true contribution.
Yes, where you work, you keep quiet, then the place will be closed. Then you'll go and look for a job. You'll join job seekers. That's when you'll know how painful it is to get a job in this country.
Prof.
So that person who is a whistleblower, mm-hmm. he's suffering because he's alone. But the moment it becomes a culture, mm-hmm. then you can't jail everybody. You can't kill everybody. You can't sack everybody. And therefore, we would encourage people, when you see evil where you are working, don't keep quiet. It will come to eat you. That job will go.
So that we build up this culture of appreciating whistleblowing in our country. Do you think the first step starts with us probably enhancing or putting more effect on legal frameworks that will promote the whistleblowing?
We have too many laws in this country. We don't need these laws. There are too many. There are too many laws. Laws will not protect a whistleblower.
Witness protection and all.
Nothing. How many people under witness protection were bumped off? That's not the question. The best protection for whistleblower is the number of whistleblowers.
Sitting in numbers.
There is security in the numbers. If all of us, or most of us, spoke out against evil, when you see somebody stealing where you work, when you see people in the procurement buying a product of 1 million using 18 million, and you keep quiet, your job will go, because that organization, it will collapse. And you'll go home to look for a job. That's when you'll see how stupid you are. You knew what was going on, but you kept quiet. Today, nobody even will know it is you. But if it is one individual like the one you are talking about, mm-hmm. then people can point, then they know it is him. But if everybody is doing it, mm-hmm. yeah.
Prof, you've always talked about, under Manyora's presidency,
yes.
those that will nominate for presidential awards or national awards are now people, say, from civil society who are big into whistleblowing or calling for accountability. Now, Mashujaa Day is just around the corner. Do you believe those should now take the front row seat, even when it comes to appreciating those who are patriotic to their country?
But, since we have rubbished all the Mashujaa from independence, where will you start? You can't even start with awards. You need to do tangible things for those who fought for independence.
Before we talk about HSC.
That's a British way of hoodwinking the public. People sacrifice their lives. They fought for independence. Whichever way you look at it. There are those who don't think people fought, but there's some fighting that took place, whichever way you look at it.
Sure.
People were dispossessed of their land. So before I give people pieces of paper or small little things to
MBS.
I want to know those, where is the African land that people fought for, which is in the hands of non-Africans?
Non-Africans?
I'll start there. I'll start the Meru generals who fought, and Kenyatta just ignored them. In fact, he told them off. I want to know where they are. I want to know their children.
Mwariama Baimungu.
Yes, the children of those people. Their grandchildren, where are they? Where is the land they fought for?
That's a highly emotive subject, Prof.
I don't care.
You'll do that?
Yes, when you become president, I've said repeatedly, you are taking on the most risky job. It's the riskiest job. Actually, by the time you take oath of office as a president, you put your death
certificate,
your warrant in your breast pocket. You know you can be bumped off anytime. If you fear you can't be president, if you fear that you can be killed, then don't go for presidents. It's the riskiest job anywhere in the world. Look at how many Secret Service boys are deployed to guard Trump. Because it's the most risky job. So I'll do it. I'll start with land.
Land?
There's no way people in Samburu are going to be grazing their cows in the desert when white boys and girls have those conservancies, hundreds of thousands. No, I do not accept it as the president. That will not work. That's where I will begin.
Local tourism.
Which, in fact, I will redefine tourism if it has to be there. What we have now is sex tourism. I will not accept it.
Come on, Prof.
I'm telling you, we shall redefine tourism where dignity of the Kenyan man and woman comes first. We would not sacrifice our dignity. We would not sacrifice our morality and the safety of our children in the name of tourism. No, that not under Manyora's presidency. So we will do what is right. Kenyans will own their country. I'm another Trump. I believe Kenya first. Kenya.
Make Kenya great again.
But first. Greatness will come natural. But Kenya first.
Kenya first?
Yeah. The best that this country has to offer will be enjoyed by Kenyans.
Even tea, coffee.
Dignity for the Kenyan person. We cannot have our Kenyan mothers and fathers and women, brothers and sisters picking tea when it is raining in the cold highlands of Kericho. Then we take the same and take it to UK. We will process it here. Kenya will not have cash crop. We will not be a cash crop economy. Anything we produce, we shall process in this country.
Within your first term of office?
Yes. These things are very easy. They are partners. They are people who are willing to partner with us. They are there. If you say you want processed tea, there will be a queue of people wanting to start. Investors from all over the world.
Now, Prof, that you conversed about those who fought for liberation or even for the greater good of Kenya have died poor and broken. Yes. We've talked of people like Bildad Kagia, Kungu Karumba, and even more recently, people like Martin Shikuku. But now that we have seen a new crop of Gen Z who are calling the government to account every other day, yes, do you think the martyrdom of people like Bildad Kagia and Kungu Karumba should be the fire in their belly, even in the face of this threat from government machinery?
Yeah, there's always, you get fired by inspiration from people who have come before you, people who have done great things, people who have sacrificed. And that's why I invite the young people of this country not to ignore their history. They must know where they have come from. Otherwise, you're just going to run in the streets and take selfies and do small things, and a few of you will get abducted, a few will be killed, and you go back home. There must be a purpose in everything you do. It must be informed by history. Where have we come from? Why are we where we are? How can we go where we want to go? So when people listen to Raila and they dismiss him when he's talking about it, they are wrong. Your history must inform what you are doing even today. So when you go to the streets to demonstrate, to picket, to do whatever it is you are doing, ask yourself, how did we get here? This betrayal, this oppression, this not caring about the country, this selling country to foreigners, where did it begin? Unless you look at your history, you are wasting your time. You must know why. How can people auction their country to foreigners? There must be a basis for that. There must be a genesis. It must begin from somewhere.
Trace the author of our problem.
Yeah. Because, truth be told,
Sure.
if our leaders loved this country half the way I do, this country would be great. Not even half. Just a bit, a fraction of my love for this country. If these leaders had it, a fraction of the love Manyora has for this country, this country will go far. Nobody loves this country. This is just about the only country in the world where anybody can come in from anywhere in the world and do what they are, what they want. Foreigners have a field day in this country. Look at what West Africans are doing to our children in universities. We know it. Look at the cost. But look at what is happening. This is just about the only country you can come in as a foreigner and do anything that you want.
What a disaster.
There was a story recently where it may be true, it may not be true, but there were demonstrations about it, about a foreign national causing or being somehow related to the death of some lady from Kibra. I can't remember the name. Juicy too, it's still live.
I know the story.
Yeah, it's still live. I'm not advocating for violence. Far from it, and I'm a peaceful Kenyan. But the question you want to ask yourself, if you did that in the country where that man comes from, will you be there?
You can't do that in Saudi?
My friend, if you did that to a local, to a citizen, not just you, all of you Kenyans in that place, you will be in shit. Sorry to use that word. You'll be in problems. We don't love our country because our leaders don't love our country. Foreigners can do what they want to us because they can see it. They can see the leaders of this country. And I'm not talking about president. I'm just talking about the leadership. The leadership of a country is not the president. Anybody in a position of responsibility, even a school principal, you are a leader. You don't show love for your school, you don't show love for your country and your children, your students and the people of this country. So leaders don't show love for their country. They don't care about their country. They have no respect for themselves. So foreigners can do anything they want. I don't advocate for violence, but I can tell you, if you are Kenyan did that in a place like South Sudan, you will not live there alive. And any Kenyan near there will be in trouble. I'm not saying that's the way it should go, but it demonstrates that people love their countries. We don't love our country. And foreigners can do anything to us. You've seen Chinese people caning Kenyans, beating Kenyans. Can you do that in their country? We must love our country. That's why I agree with Trump. America first. It has to be America first. It has to be Kenya first. I don't even blame Trump for chasing people out of America.
Aliens.
Aliens, you are aliens.
We are?
If you are in America, you are not an American. Americans have made that country what it is, as you admire it.
Through blood and tears and sweat.
You mess your countries. Then you run away. Stay here. Fight for your country. You started whistleblowing. Things don't work. Because when people are messing where you work, you keep quiet.
Or you ran to Australia.
Then the country can't work. Then your son must want to go to Australia. And now the world is getting where I have been wanting it to get.
Tell us.
I've been saying on this show, please make this country good. And I have said, And I've given examples. The COVID-19 pandemic, Corona, showed us that something could happen and you can't leave your country.
True.
2020, 2021, were we not locked in our own countries?
Wow.
Who was traveling? I had a very good contract to go and sign somewhere. I couldn't go. It has died like that. We are trying to revive it 5 years later. We were here. So were others where they were. Secondly, I have mentioned and said this immigration crisis in Europe is going to get to a point where it will not be easy for you to enjoy being in another country. And people thought I was just talking. Now look at what has happened in the UK today. Nationalism in Europe and America and elsewhere is picking up at a speed you won't ignore it. People are saying we have lost our country to foreigners. We need to go to UK because the people of Britain are our brothers and sisters, color notwithstanding.
True.
Americans are our brothers and sisters. They need to come here, we need to go there. But as equals.
Not as lesser beings.
Not as lesser beings. Not as people to go and mess their country. To take clandestine jobs, denying Americans their jobs. Because you are willing to be paid $20 when you can't pay an American less than $50, just for example. That's undermining the dignity of American people. The right of the American people to a decent job. Create jobs in your country. Let there be free movement of free citizens of the world across the globe. In fact, restrictions should be minimal. You should go to New Zealand. Let Australians come to Kenya. Free movement of human beings, but where there is respect.
Mutual respect.
And every corner of the world must experience peace and development. So those in Kenya, I am advising you, and I've been advising Kenyans,
True.
make your country a good place to live in. Times are coming. You won't go to other people's country and enjoy there.
And even those who overstayed their welcome will be sent back.
Of course, this is already happening. It's not a very good thing. Let's not end on a bad story.
True.
Because it's not a very good thing. But the point to be made is don't mess your countries. Much more, don't allow people to mess your countries.
Speak up.
Then you think you'll go to America. Go to America like a free citizen, an international citizen. Americans who should welcome you as an international citizen.
Not one seeking asylum.
No. We will welcome Americans here as equal citizens of the world, not as masters.
As co-architects of a new world order.
Yeah, that's what we are talking about. A world in which there's there are no restrictions. You move anywhere in the world. But before we get to that world, countries must respect themselves. They must not allow a few people to mess their potential. Citizens of every country on the world should not allow a few individuals to mess their countries. And you must end with your whistleblower.
True.
Wherever you work, if you see people are messing that organization, whether it is private or public, speak out.
Stand for the truth.
So that that organization does not go down. So that you are sure of your job. So that the economy grows. So that your son or daughter can get a job in this country. Not to become a slave in Saudi.
There you have it from Professor Herman Manyora. Speak up. Stand for the truth in whatever capacity you serve in, whether private sector, public sector. Be that whistleblower that will bring change to their country organizations. At whatever level that you are in, even in a family setup, always stand for the truth and stand for the right reasons. There you have it. That has been our conversation. Do enjoy the rest of your viewing. I'm Richard Mwenje. Stay tuned.